I'm working on this painting. Probably not going to fit into the deadline that I set for myself in 2 months. I'm very close to finishing, yet I got on a sort of plateau. I'm not moving. I'm spending hours and hours and I'm not moving. Basically, that's because I'm working on little small details at the moment, on all those bows, on all those texture, on all those fabrics. See, I'm working. See, you can see proof of it here. But that kind of demotivation. Do not see any progress when you've been spending all day working on it. And now I'm going to show you some tips that I personally use, how to get rid of that, how to move forward, how to move past that stagnation. If you're an artist, you chose for yourself parts you want to do, parts you enjoy doing, and parts you don't like to do. For me, I hate doing something big, covering, painting big parts of painting, doing the first few layers, something I'm not enjoying doing, and then again when there is this type of situation where I don't have yet the possibility to start working on small details, and I only need to do something bigger than that, some basics. I dislike doing it really. I usually get stuck at this point because I'm choosing to work on part of paintings where there are details, where I can make something up close, something minuscule. I'm choosing to work deeper on them and completely ignoring, procrastinating the bigger parts. So what I'm advising you to do, understand which parts for you are the most not pleasant one, the one that leads to most procrastination, and do them at the first place. Against all your desire, you don't want to do that, and yet you do that. You do this on purpose. You purposefully going for the parts you hate the most. And after you're done with part you hate the most, your motivation to continue painting will grow because you'll have only things you like to do. Exactly the same when you have a plate of food in front of you, and maybe you dislike legumes and you like meat, potatoes, and you start with potatoes and then you don't want to eat legumes. So I do the opposite. At first I start with something I don't want to do, don't want to eat, so then only the pleasant activity will stay. Second advice is just to force yourself. Just use discipline. Don't wait for inspiration to strike, just do it. Set yourself some goals. Maybe in your head divide the painting, the canvas in few pieces and work square by square. Perceive painting as some sort of game where you have to get all 100% of exploration in all parts, and you work step by step. So the second advice is just to use your strong will. Third advice is will be completely different from the first two, because it's an advice to completely abandon what you're doing right now. If it's painting you cannot finish, you go do some ink drawings, you go create something else. But we are not talking about go play some game or go, like, this is not a change of activity I'm talking about. You have to try something different, but that is also considered an art. Just try different materials, and after that you will be more willing to come back to painting because you got a little rest of changing activities. You tried something new. Yeah, it is the best thing is to try something new, because if you try some new material, you will have an idea how to accompany, how to put it into your new painting that you're working on, which will create some interesting effects. So something I really recommend doing. Of course, when I'm filming videos, I put my paintings to face you, so you would see them, so you would know what I'm talking about. So, and they're just beautiful. They're more beautiful than any part of my apartment. So not only as a good background, but I also want them to be visible to you. But that's an advice that my mama gave me. When you're working, put everything of your art or of art of other people facing the wall, so you wouldn't see them, because it's noise, it's unnecessary noise. Your attention gets too concentrated on that part, on maybe your art or art of other people, and you will have this image in your brain. So what I do, what my mom do, we put the paintings that we stuck on or what we finished on, we turn them facing the wall so we wouldn't see them. So our brain would constantly generate new ideas and new painting, because he will get bored. My brain will be feminine. So she, inside my head, will get bored of not seeing any art in general and will start to want to create it. And when this moment arrives, we catch it, we grab it, and we turn our paintings again and we start working on them. So this sort of visual diet, this sort of visual regime, when you consciously take away art from your life, images, interesting images that your brain will catch up, is a great thing to follow. For artists, I think it's a very useful thing to do, and maybe even necessity. Maybe it's even a necessity, because it's very easy to spend all your day watching other people's paintings and comparing yourself to them, and this will lead you to nowhere. This will not lead you to be more motivated and more hardworking, because you will just dig yourself a hole and suffer there thinking, oh, it doesn't even make sense to try. Everyone will always be better than me. We don't support such thoughts here. Also, turning your paintings to the wall helps when you're feeling too critical towards yourself. When you feel desperate, artists have this low sides, downside in their life. It's very important not to do something impulsive like I did when I was a teenager. I used to rip my paintings, I used to cover them with a foundation, so all my hard work will go to zero afterwards. I was doing a lot of impulsive things out of hatred towards my art, out of some fear that it's not working out. And it's very important, now that I'm an adult, I understand, it's very important to keep yourself from doing this. So when you don't have really restricted lines, it would be best for your art and for yourself to not force yourself too much, not be very critical, because once you get this after taste, after painting, that you're nauseous, and not because you inhale too much of diluent or too much of toxic paint, but because you're assaulting yourself into doing something you truly dislike. Now this goes against my advice about discipline, but it's different. Just discipline when you're feeling a bit too lazy, and forcing yourself when you understand that it's really not time to do it, you're still doing it. Using oil that you can leave it for some time and then come back. It's not possible with acrylic paint that dries out very fastly. That's why I use oil, even though I use so much diluent that my oil also dries out way faster than with people who use oil as diluent to oil paints. I'm using not oil. There is like tiny bit of oil here, but it's mostly some chemicals that smell very strongly. Yet every profession has its bad side, and with art, it's the smell of diluent. And from some time, even the smell of, for example, now I don't really feel the smell of any of those stuff because I use them all the time, so it's kind of natural to me. But when I was little, and then when I was seeing how my mama or papa were painting, I romanticized the smell of oil paint, and it was really memorable for me. Back then, I sensed it very strongly because I rarely contacted with it. But when you're drawing yourself the whole day, you don't even realize. And that was actually a big mistake. I'm thankful still nothing bad happened, that I didn't get intoxication and stuff. I was drawing in a hoodie for some time, and it was like an old hoodie, so I wasn't really attached to it, and I was wiping brushes just at me because I couldn't sense the smell anymore, and I was sleeping in this hoodie, I was drawing in this hoodie for a few days, and I started to have crazy migraines, and I was like, I don't understand what could be the reason of it. And when I finally take off hoodie, like I left it, so dirty, I'm so sorry. So when I left it, and like in a few days in laundry bin, I'm taking it out, and I just can sense how strongly it smells of those chemicals. And that was the reason I had such migraines, because it's literally like my face here, I'm wiping brushes here, it's all coming up. Don't do this, it's dangerous. No. But I still have this hoodie. After I washed it, oil paint didn't get off, so it's so stylish now. and it's not smelling anymore. I washed it like a million times afterward, and it's very stylish. So as a matter of style, of fashion, it was cool performance, but as a matter of my health and constantly inhaling chemicals, bro, wasn't a good idea. But still, I sometimes get my clothes dirty still, even though I'm not consciously wiping brushes myself. Almost all of my clothes now have some kind of paint stains, but I'm so unique, so special. It looks so cool. I'm such an artist in all senses. Okay, actually this video is me procrastinating. I'm working right now on them. Every day I'm working on them for many hours, and obviously I get a bit tired of it. I want to go on vacation already. And it's so dark in Moscow, so no snow yet. So okay, it off topic. That was off topic. So I'm making this video because I'm procrastinating, because I don't want to do that at the moment. And making video is exactly change of activity. So I'm following my own advice here. But right now I'm going to finish this video and I'm going to go back work on them again. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you like my art. I really hope you do. I manifest everyone liking my art, adoring it, and bidding high prices on some cool art auction. So please stay with me, stay tuned. Thank you so much. Bye. See you soon, very soon, because I promise you, because of my procrastination and my desire to do literally anything else apart from painting, I will be making so much more videos.